thinking on what you said about being presented with circumstances that can bring out something else. Do you think finances may play a role?
I think it plays the majorest role. And I think that finance, the have or the lack of it, brings out the worst of people, both genders. Yoruba will say that Enti in your bati lowo team or why. That is to say, you don't know the behavior of a person who does not have money. Some people think that they are humble. They're just broke. So sometimes it is this person doesn't have money. You think he's a good person. So literally, not having money can make you to be less of a man. And then when a man feels that he's starting to become less tantrums, he throws fits. May God spare the woman who is in that mix.
Can't he take it out on himself?
Will a woman know when a man needs space?
You are listening to Off Script with Dr. Ayo.
Hi everybody, good to have you. I am Dr. Ayo and this is Dr. Mata's Off Script with Dr. Ayo. Well, I'm the one welcoming you guys today. So with me I have Dr. Mata in the studio and we're having such an amazing time today, I promise you. So Mata, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
So thank you for having me.
Shouldn't I be thanking you?
Yes, please. From here, you can take over from here.
Oh, wow. So the shoes on the other foot. You see that it's not so easy. Okay.
No, it's not easy.
Anyway, okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Dr.
Thank you.
Ayo. So nice to have you, as always. Okay. So...
You need to grill me today again.
I don't even want to do too much.
Okay.
I never do too much.
Yeah. But you shall make sure that you deal with me. Grill me. Misquote me. Set me up for drag. But you know, it's not today that you're dragging me now. It's not today. Maybe I've been dragged the socio-political space, but I don't think I've been gender dragged before.
I think we should change that today, in fact.
Yeah, let's see.
But no, I'm sure you've been gender dragged, but yeah. Okay, so today I think we should talk about wickedness.
I like this.
I know that sounds ridiculous.
I like this.
I just feel like, I don't know if it's as human beings or are we getting more wicked? Because I don't even understand. But it just seems like these days, if it's going from the, you don't owe anybody anything mentality to the prioritizing yourself or whatever, but it just seems like things are just going crazy. And one of the things that, I don't know if it's that it's getting worse or maybe it's getting more attention is, of course, gender-based violence. And we all know that it tends to be skewed more towards women. Yeah. So, but why do you think these men are abusing? I think you've mentioned it on an episode, maybe something relating to that, but why do you think these men are abusing women?
I don't even know. I mean, there are definitely a lot of reasons men would abuse women. But I think that, you know how they say, hurt people. Yeah. So, and you know, that's not just a cliche. That is true. That has to be really, really true. So, maybe that's one reason. But to not find the excuse, because I mean, that looks like more of an excuse than a reason.
It really is.
Do you get? So, I think that I'll just go with Bible. The Bible says that the heart of a man is desperately wicked. So you even said wicked. You not even had desperately there. So that means that you have not even caught up with the Bible. The Bible is telling you that it's not just wicked though. It is like desperately wicked means that they have to be wicked. Like they have to, like something will happen to them if they're not wicked. Which is why I think that as a guy, or I think as a woman, anybody, right? I think you need to be capable of violence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're not going to get peace by being peaceful. You get peace by having the capacity to unleash this peace that is violence. Yeah. You know? So, I mean, I just brought from this is to this peace. I mean,
that's you laughing at your own dry joke, but
poetic license, yeah. You do that, it's okay. You know, poetic license is a very good thing, you know, so you can just cook words, you know, but I think that's what the Bible says. I think we are just surprised when we experience it. And I think that usually, in a particular Lagbaja song, he was saying stronger countries oppress weaker countries. That is how men oppress women. That is how women oppress children. So it's a power. Yes,
don't oppress children.
Pull the statistics of children abuse. Pull it. See what gender you see there. Your gender. So, anyways, so the point is,
okay.
So the point is, I think that if you are weak, you'll be a victim of violence. Because there's already prevalent, persisting violence inside everybody that we find expression when they find a fertile ground. What is a fertile ground? Weak people. So I think, and weakness comes in different shades. There is maybe physical weakness, not being strong, which is why naturally there are women who beat men. But the numbers obviously support that there are more men, physically abusing women than women abusing. Yeah, and it just comes to strength. Because in every dynamic where you see the woman is stronger than the man will be chopping beating instead. Not even
necessarily.
Only
if the woman is a violent woman.
Women are violent.
Okay.
Matter. Women are violent. The reason that I think God just did like that and just say, these violent creatures that I made, let me reduce their strength because the whole world will burn. What are you saying? I'm going to come back to, physical violence and things like that, or, this violence thing. But why do even more women want to have, despite the fear of harassment, sexual harassment, sex for score, sex for promotion, all of those things, why do most women still prefer to have male bosses? Why? Now, women will be complaining that, and for good reason, right? That the man is always beating the woman inside a relationship, lesbian relationship. One woman is still beating, and you know how terrible it is. So if you want to leave, you see, me, I used to think that first of all, me, I will always stay with the Bible. It's rubbish to be doing same-sex anything. It's rubbish. I'll tell you with my full mouth. In case you don't know, I am pro heterosexual sex. I'm totally for it. So I don't even
unpack that in another.
Yeah, please unpack it. There's lot to pack there.
But as always, as always. But I disagree.
But this is even my point. My point is, so women can go about and complaining that men, they're so bad and they are beating me and they are doing this. But do you know that statistics, real life cases, multiple cases, thousands of cases, reports that it gets as bad as lesbian relationship. One wants to leave. I'm not doing it again. The other one will still make sure that she's never able to leave.
I think I remember this lesbian relationship that caused some drama a few years ago.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So do you get
the violence?
So violence, Iboku,
a laptop was thrown.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? So when you think that women are not violent, it's because they cannot beat the man. And women express their own violence in different ways.
Men?
Women.
Okay.
In how they go for the reputation of the man. A woman will kill you if she wants to kill you. Yeah. A man can kill you physically and beat you to plop and kill you on a live view. But when a woman... What about the stories of women who will be grinding bottle inside their husband's food for years? What about stories of women who will slowly poison their husband for...
Your husband was evil.
Leave! Like... I don't even know. I like that you're defending them. No, I like it.
Please, I didn't defend mother of anybody.
No, I like that you're saying it. I like that you're saying. Everybody, sure you're seeing a true color. You see now. That's how you used to do for me now. So back to this thing. So I think that there are many reasons for it why there's just violence. It's just who we are as humans. It's just who we are as humans. I think the people who will not be violent are people who are well raised, properly raised. People who have the Holy Spirit and who allows the Holy Spirit to help them. I think that you have to be a changed man to not, be violent. But I think even if you're a changed man I think you still reserve your capacity for violence. Because how do you defend your family if you are weak, for example? So how do I make sure that somebody does not come and unleash violence on my wife or my girlfriend? Or if I'm weak, how do I protect her? So I think it's a function of humanity. So I'm capable of violence, or I have the strength for it, but I don't do it. And therefore, people are safe with me, right? Or control. When I say control, I'm saying I can control my emotions. I don't get angry. I don't throw tantrums. I can walk away. I can be the big man saying, yeah, this is not what
it's funny you should say this because, from what we've seen of men, you say, oh, I couldn't control my emotions. Women get to you. They say women tend to be more verbally abusive.
Women get to you.
So they'll say, oh, women get to you. Your boss at work, is he not getting to you, insulting you, or, I don't know, disparaging you in some way, but you won't raise your fist to your boss, will you?
Do you think that your boss will abuse your father and your father's image? Do you think that...
Sweetie.
No. Do you think that
you probably haven't seen residency training? Just saying.
Oh yeah, I haven't been there. Do you think maybe your boss will say, you're useless, you're the most useless man I've ever met? Do you think maybe your boss will say, your something is even small? What do you think? Do you think you're even satisfying me?
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying, yeah. No, these are real life issues.
Now I'm imagining your boss saying.
Yeah. I don't think your boss can know enough about you to press your buttons. And I think that if your female boss starts to move mad, I think as a man, you usually can just resign. But you don't resign out of marriage like that. You are stuck until you get divorced. And in the Nigerian setting, Nigerian law does not want divorce. So Nigerian law forces divorce. You have to prove that you should prove.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not even like, in other places, in other countries,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Now, so you can walk away. You're not stuck with your boss. And knowing that you are not stuck also allows you to control your emotions better with your boss, because it's just simple of, I'm not doing this job anymore. Right? With your wife, it's not like that. It's not like that. And she knows you more than anybody. She has seen you finish, literally and contextually. She has seen you finish. And usually, proximity reduces awe. So you're not special anymore. Oh, what's about you? Nothing now.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah. So what's about you? Nothing now. Nothing. Is it not you? You that you are struggling. You that you could not make money. You that your boss is dealing with in the office. You that you are confused. You that, yeah. So yeah. So women do get at you, but then you can still walk away. Yeah, you can still walk away. You can leave the house. You can separate. You don't have to get to the point where you are now physically abusing her. Why? Why would you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? What about what it does to you? What about knowing that now you're a woman beater? What about the dignity of just leaving that situation intact? And that pains a woman more than you beating them. You don't know. Oh, it does. It's been shown that women will pick physical abuse over silent treatment.
Really?
Yeah. Because
I will look this up.
So yeah, because silent treatment means that there's no attention and there's nothing that beats. Oh, what about?
No, we love attention.
Yeah.
That's
What about that scenario where you come and say, the makeup sex is always good after the beating?
I don't think that usually comes after beating. It's like after quarrels, normal stuff.
You don't know anything. I was serving, and this girl, we're talking, and she told me, sometimes it's good for your boyfriend to just slap you. That was last time I spoke to Asha. Like, I was just it. I mean, we still used to see, because I was president of the CDS. She was coming back.
You were?
I was. No, it was fun. It was fun. And those were fun days. Anyways, so that's a lady telling me, and then she told me that the sex after it. It's like you just reset her brain.
It's just not that. There's something wrong with her.
Now, one time we was public health posting, and this one was to abattoirs, so that's like check for tuberculosis, brucellosis, zoonosis, and things like that. And so this place was Bodija Ibadan, and then you meet butchers and all this thing. And do you know that for the first time in my life, I experienced men talking to women in very unwanted ways. I was the shock. You know, the shock, like, 1 big little share now. Like, I was like, is that how you talk to a lady? I could not understand it. So I spoke to our supervisor, and because his own office is there, he's the public health resident person there. And he said, you don't understand. I was like, I don't understand. He said, if you go to that space and you want to talk to them the way you think a woman should be talked to, what the woman in that scenario sees is that you are weak. So if you don't have the strength to talk to me anyhow, how will you protect me from other guys who will not only talk to me anyhow, but can also want to probably even rape me? And so if I mention your name should be able to cause fear. And then they say, Iyawo Majid Mani. I don't say that's Majid's girlfriend. So Majid should have enough violence. And then the way she knows that Majid has that strength is the fact that Majid does not talk to her soft. So Majid says, possibly yo. I'm not even getting it because I can't even, So that for example, sometimes people they can't help it. It's just, so I would tell men, get out. Don't get to the point where you have to now show, because if the woman feels that she knows she's misbehaving and she's already thinking that it is when you slap me that my head will be correct, she's going to push you until you slap her now.
Well, I think I disagree with you. And
it won't be the first time. It is when you agree with me that, like, wow, you agree with me?
I feel like I have a lot of problems with this.
All
but
right.
The first one is, you keep saying, when the woman is misbehaving, or you keep making it seem like it is always women antagonizing men. Maybe feeling like, okay, you're the type, they say men shouldn't hate women, like under any provocation.
Yeah.
So maybe she now just keeps rattling your cage and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you're forgetting that there are so many other factors that would probably influence a man to be violent against a woman. I mean, even if she was the most perfect woman since creation. But I'm saying stuff like, in a previous episode we mentioned, okay, maybe growing up in a home where violence is being perpetrated. Like, you saw your mom, anytime she maybe just did some kind of misstep in the eyes of your dad, you beat her. Or straight up, one slap. Maybe even kept a special cane for her or something. Stuff like that. So if you watch stuff like that, or even look at probably the patriarchal society, how there's this, and then the gender roles, where it's basically designated that, okay, men should be more aggressive, should be more assertive, your word is law, as you always say, man should lead and something. Stuff
Don't
like
bring
that.
me to it,
Don't you think that all these also contribute? You just keep saying, just because the woman is provoking you, just because the woman is talking anyhow, that doesn't mean that you should just walk away. You should just walk away. What if she had nothing to do with it? The man is the one whose head is not correct.
If the man said he's not correct and he walks away, is the problem not resolved?
If his head is not correct, is he not beating? He's looking for safe. Is it that he's looking for how to de-escalate?
And so that's my point now. We're saying the same thing, right? No. I'm saying walk away, right? Don't beat her.
Yeah.
I'm saying walk away. You are saying, what if he wants to beat her? Still walk away.
I'm saying you can't just keep saying, when the woman is provoking you, the woman did not do anything. Have you not heard of cases? This, domestic violence is a topical issue in our environment, especially.
Yeah.
So haven't you heard of cases where, the woman is just on her own? Good morning. Like, Papa Obi, good morning, sir. What is good about the morning? Slap. Don't you think that happens?
That's dramatic.
Oh.
How does that even?
Oh yeah.
How does that even happen if he's not mad?
Fine.
No. How does that even happen if he's not mad?
Many are mad. Few
Yeah,
are
but we're
roaming.
talking about normal human beings here. This case study here is about normal human beings. Yeah, because that sounds very dramatic to me. But yeah, let's assume that happens, right? Let's assume that happens. What should be the solution, right? It is for the woman to walk away. Right? Don't be with a man who is mad now. Why do you want to be with a man who is mad? You sure you don't like your own life, ni? Sure you don't want to be alive to take care of your children, ni? Sure you want him to beat you until you are blind in one eye, ni? Walk away.
It's quite difficult for victims to walk away from violence.
Hey, so now we are talking. So now it is not that the man is violent, it is that there is Stockholm syndrome, and then there is fear, and then there are other factors that prevent people from walking away. Hey, so now we are talking. Right? So now, if you are in that case, that's why you have welfare. That's why you have different body organizations. That's why, and look, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, sorry. If you know of these, can you please enlighten us so that in case someone could be watching and they see?
No, we just put it on the screen. Lagos has it. Where numbers that you can call here. But my point is, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. It's good that we are talking about this because things like this help. So maybe the one is watching and then something now clicks in the mind and say, I've had enough. Yeah, that's why you talk about these things. But until it clicks inside our head that she has had enough, you're not going to be able to do anything. And sometimes when they have had enough, they're usually able to get out of it because it's just enough. Enough is just enough. Sometimes, what do I mean sometimes? The other time when the woman has had enough, there's nothing you. And then
I think the issue is where that enough gets to, because I've personally seen cases of probably the woman on her second, third miscarriage because of violence. I mean, literally men who throw their pregnant wife down the stairs, stuff like that.
Please, marry children of God, though. Marry, I don't know. Marry kind people. Marry people who love you. Marry people who don't have problems. So, and then reserve the strength to run. If it starts to get bad, though, your life should be sacred enough to want to protect it. I mean, what happens to self-preservation? Self-preservation is supposed to be one of the strongest instincts. Where is it? Where is it in your marriage? Why do you want a man to beat you and kill you? Why? Why do you want to do that? Why? What's the point? Be even afraid that this man that wants to kill me, be afraid that if he kills me, he might kill my children. At least, be afraid. Be afraid to say, let me escape my life so that I can keep my life and the lives of my children. Do it for your children if you can't do it for yourself. Do it for your family who will be bereaved if you die. Do it to avoid the stigma. I mean, what about all the reasons that you could literally not be killed? So for me, so this might be simplistic, but for me, it's a no-brainer. Please don't die. Don't die. And let me tell you this, because this is totally different. But let me tell you this. My cousin was a doctor in UCH. UCH is in Ibadan, and he was in accident and A&E, accident emergency. And then he came back and said, all of you, don't ever climb bike again in your life.
Oh yeah, we all had that phase.
Oh, yeah.
Neurosurgery posting.
Good. Now, so he told it, so like it was that real to him, right? Good. This is where I'm going. Have you seen passengers on bike? Have you seen bike riders doing nonsense and passengers will be looking? So people will get on the bike rider is speeding and being reckless, and you can't say stop. This is a bike rider. This is a bike rider who you don't owe anything. In fact, you're paying him. Right? You're paying for his service. His service is to deliver me to my destination safely. Even if you don't say it, that's exactly what it is, right? I mean, nobody climbs the bike to say, go and carry me and enter on that trailer. So you don't get down from a bike like that. Why do you think most people end up in A&Es? Right? Because if you caution your bike, worst case, you drop before, and things like that. So I'm saying that this is serious because people are not conscious of, I don't know why. Is it that they're afraid, or they don't want to be wrong, or they just want to imagine that everything will just fix itself. If you leave food will spoil. If you leave house, the house will dilapidate. So anything you leave in life naturally will spoil. So you don't leave things. I remember one time, we're coming from Abuja, I think it was Lagos, by road. And this driver was just reckless. In fact, sometimes you just say, in my life, I'm not going by road again. Something will just say, I don't know how this money will come. You just look at some things, because sometimes your life will just flash like this in front of you. So this guy was reckless. And I was saying, driver, be careful. Do you know that I started to feel like my own was too much? In a space bus that had 6 other people, I'm the only one who thinks the driver was reckless. And trust me, I started doubting myself, like, is it that I'm afraid? Is it that something's wrong with me? Was it not be reckless? I mean, if you are in a bus that overtakes another car and then there's an oncoming vehicle that you nearly almost hit, is that not reckless? And everybody just sat there. So I told the guy, and then because I was the only one talking, he was like, the guy, calm down, that kind of thing. I had to tell him that if we get to the next checkpoint, army checkpoint, I was going to report him there. And they were going to tell him, yes, look, whether it was my mom, whether it was my dad, whether it was just something, I think I'm going far in life. And you're not going to come and kill me. So I want to do the governor of my state. You now make me a limping governor. I don't want to be a limping governor. Do you know that kind of a thing? Yeah. So maybe I have a reason. Maybe I perceive an intrinsic value on my own life.
Of course.
Do you know? So that's where you start. Maybe people don't value their lives. It may look like but maybe even in this country, how many people speak against government high-handedness? How many people speak against injustice? So, and when you now take all of this and you now decide to look at it from the prism of a marriage, it is the man you think you owe him something. You think, so for people who don't owe you anything, who you don't owe anything, you can't even talk. So now you're in marriage, it's very easy. It's very easy to feel that you owe your husband something, and it's very easy for you to think that it will change. So I'm saying that this is where you start to value your life. Because look, it can even kill you and get away with it too.
Of course, it's been known to happen.
And then let me not even say it too. It goes for men too. Because this one now, I'm saying now, it's sweet now. You have not disagreed so much now because it is women I'm speaking for.
Well, let's be honest.
A lawyer in Ibadan stabbed her husband. And this stabbing, it was after several altercations. Like there's been history in their home where she had thrown something. She threw something, she, punched, did. So it was, so yeah. She stabbed him, he died. She was charged for manslaughter. She went to prison. She was pardoned by the governor, by the next governor or something like that. So I'm saying that, look, you can be angry till tomorrow. Your families can be angry that somebody unalived you. That person may still get away with it. This is real life story. So it goes both ways. A man does not have, when I say men, I'm talking about gender now, does not have monopoly of violence. So, yeah, if there's still violence, she can still poison you. And even that one, they may not even know, if they don't do autopsy, they may never even find out that.
Who is doing autopsy?
You should get. So that's it, though. I'm telling you. So I don't know how people get there, but I think that everybody should value their life enough to run.
Honestly, but sometimes, like you mentioned, your family may be upset that you actually were unalived. But in some cases, do you know, because of this whole societal idea of, marriage is the beginning and the end, so we should not, sacred, don't live for flimsy excuses. So at some point, it's maybe like, let me not just leave this marriage, or let's just be managing. Nobody else knows how bad it really is. Even some girls will tell their mom, this guy beats me or he slapped me, and they say, maybe you were being, as you said, annoying or something. So at the end of the day, it just happens and everybody's like, how did we miss the signs?
So this is where you need the Gen Z spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pro women, I'm pro Gen Z, so I'm pro, because there is a thin line between what is culturally right and what is culturally toxic. There's a lot of toxicity in cultures. And I think people really just have to be wise. I just keep saying this thing. No, because how do you know when somebody who's slapping you is about to kill you? How do you know? How do you know when it is one slap, but in his life he's not going to do it again? Yeah, because there are cases like that. There are cases like that where the man does it once and never and does not do it again ever. Yeah. Because sometimes it could also mean that the man also like, wow, I'm capable of this. I'm not this. I'm not this proper. I'm not this moral. Like somebody can provoke me and then make me slap. And then sometimes the man is shocked and say, God. And then he goes the extra length, goes take classes, therapy, learn, sit down. You know, and things like that. I say, no. This is not me. This can never be me. You know, I think that yeah, there are cases like that. So where do you know when it is like that, or it's just a matter of time? You know, when do you actually know? Let me tell you. Sometime in Africa, in America, there was a blackout, and then people start to break into shops to steal. You know, real life. This happened, and then so people were worried. Like, you know, after they're like, for real. So all of us, we are criminals. It's because of light that all of these crimes were not committed. You know, that was like, it came to real shock. We were like, for real? We are thieves like this. We just did not have the opportunity. Good. So sometimes it is the lack of opportunity that will never let you find out that you are married to a beast. Yeah. Now, which means that if the opportunity ever arises, you and your husband will go through life and you defend that you married an angel. So how, for example, do you make sure that opportunities to find out that your husband is a beast does not arise or arrive is the wisdom at which you approach marriage? Because let me tell you, divorce is the next best option. The best option is that you marry and then you keep a good home. And then your home, yeah. So I'm saying that your fine husband or that your fine wife, they may be beast though. Yeah, because so you know, I was reading I think I was into a sermon, and then the pastor was saying about how David was praying and saying, renew his right spirit within me. And he said, prove me, check me. And saying that David understood that he may not know himself as much as God knows him. Yeah, you are evolving. Have you not done something like, hey, wow, I didn't know I could do that? Yeah, so even when he's promised you and say, look, baby, I'm the most kind human being on earth. It might be true at that point in time because that is all he knows. He has never faced, people tell you, I can never collect bribe. You ask them, what was the biggest amount of money that you refused in bribe? You'll say 50,000 naira. So, because you refuse 50,000 naira bribe now, you think that you don't do bribe.
You think you don't have a price.
Yeah, you don't, you get. So, sometimes, that's why Christians will pray. That's why in the Lord's Prayer I say, lead us in temptation, because that's why the Bible says that it will not allow you to be exposed to a temptation that you cannot withstand. Which basically means that it is possible that something makes a beast out of your wife. Yeah. So I'm saying that it's two ways. You must treasure wisdom in such a way that it must be important to you. You must understand that this is how you do life. Because the people who escape it may not necessarily have better husbands than you have. In fact, maybe the husbands are even worse than your husband. But maybe somehow the opportunity for that their own terrible husband to manifest his own horribleness just never happened. But your own husband, who is good, has been exposed to multiple situations. I'm not even saying it's your fault. I'm just saying life. I'm just saying, resentment and contempt grows in marriages when things are not resolved. And one of the things that puts contempt and resentment in marriages, for example, are when maybe people don't understand themselves. Say, for example, you know that story about how a couple divorced because of toothpaste. Press in the middle.
Yeah.
Press. Yeah. You know that's so like, are you for real? But that press in the middle pressing was just a symptom of something really deeper than that. So one of them likes order. Order is, like, one of them like, come on, you can make beautiful chaos now. Yeah. And then the fact that I say order is important to me, and you say, guy, calm down, you can do beautiful chaos, can be the reason why it just keeps growing. Just like, what kind of chaos is this? What kind of woman that is? How can you not understand that order is good? How can you not understand that? And then it just grows and goes and goes and goes. And then one time you just find out the husband is a beast. And then say, look, we can't be married again. It's even good that he ended in divorce, you know. It's good that he didn't end up like he's slapping her, he's beating her, and things like that. I'm just saying. So people being aware, people being wise will help, and it will go a long way. Because to be honest with you, nobody is perfect.
Yes, but violence is a little above just not being perfect. But thinking on what you said about being presented with circumstances that can bring out something else, I'm thinking, do you think finances may play a role?
Homer. I think he plays the majorest role. And I think that finance, the have or the lack of it, brings out the worst of people, both genders. I think that men, Yoruba will say that and tí èèyàn ò bá tí lówó ò tí mọ̀ why. That is to say, you don't know the behavior of a person who does not have money. Yeah. Some people think that they are humble. They're just broke. Oh, most people think they're humble. Yeah, just broke. What pride? What do you want to use to do pride? You're just broke. So, and you know, it goes like that. So sometimes it is that this person doesn't have money. You think he's a good person. Sometimes now this person now has money. You now discover that this person is a terrible person. And if you flip it to the other side, the females, the women instinctively need to be protected. They need to feel protected. It's fundamental. It's biological. It's just a need. A woman has to feel protected. And of course, it takes finance now. So you want to put her inside hot sun? Yeah, I'm not saying that there are not situations where, you know, these things happen. I'm saying, yeah, guy, calm down. Sun is not good. It's not good I mean, you can miss high sun for by choice. Like, oh, let's go sunbathing, let's go, you know. You can say, okay, we're doing adult sports. But that somebody's perpetual life is that uncomfortable, guy. Just pray that God should bless you. It's not a good life. Forget it. You can say, you should suffer with me. Okay. But even you say you suffer. Even you say he suffer with you now, even you do not say enjoy with me, because you know, right? So when it comes to finances, the way men handle the lack of it, it's slightly different. And if two couples have financial struggles, the man is blamed now. And that's not fair. That's not fair. Because there's nothing also wrong with you having money. Let's come and talk about how maybe the money may change you as a woman. And I'm like, so look at this disgusting piece of shit. How did I even get to settle for this? Yeah, it's possible that happens. But I'm saying that shall have it. At least, if you have the money as a lady, the worst that can happen is that you don't want the man anymore. But at least you have the money. And then you won't be blaming the man for your woes. Right? Good. So I'm saying that in most cases, it's the man that gets the blame. I saw a tweet, says, you don't have car. He doesn't have car, but you're the one that settled for less.
Yes.
You get? So he too did not. Did they say that? Did they say that he too should not, befriend a lady who also has a car? You know. So I think people have to learn how to deal with pressure, and financial pressure is one, if not the biggest of all the pressures. So yeah, it does, and it pains me because men don't even help men. Men don't even help men. It's tough to be a man, or I'm telling you from experience. Being a man is tough. It's tough. It's tough. I'm not. Yes, it's tough being a woman. So this is not a. No. So this is not a. But you know, I'm saying in certain ways, it's really tough to be a man, because. Do you know that men are now having the cases of erectile dysfunction is now prevalent in men. Stress-induced, stress-related erectile dysfunction. So even lack of money is not even allowing a man to be a man. So
that's ironic.
Yeah. So literally, not having money can make you to be less of a man. And then when a man feels that he's starting to become less, tantrums. It throws fits. And may God spare the woman who is in that mix. Because it is frustrating.
Or can't he take it out on himself instead of taking it out on the woman?
Will a woman know when a man needs space? Like, I'm going through something. There's something that I want to take out. And I want to take it out of myself. So don't be around me. Will a woman know?
Go to another place. Go to, what are those? Is it fight room? The one where you go and throw axe and break things.
So if I now meet her and I say, I'm going through stuff, or I want to go and break things.
Don't tell me. Just say you're going out.
Which basically means that my husband abandoned us and we don't have money.
I mean,
he ran away.
Well,
yeah. No, these are the issues.
You are supposed to break the things for like maybe 1 hour or something.
If he's breaking for 1 hour, I don't need to tell you now. I can just go and break for 1 hour and then come back rich. And then come back rich. So how many people have broken things? How many people have broken things for 1 hour and came back rich? So to get out of poverty requires more than just breaking things for 1 hour.
Yeah.
You have to break things sometimes for 6 months. Sometimes 1 year, you're breaking things. And it's just physical things that we are breaking. Yeah, can't just physical things.
About the same thing.
We are talking about the same thing.
Okay.
I'm saying that it's tough. I'm saying that it's totally, I don't even have the word for it because I keep using tough. It's only men who are watching this, they know what I'm saying. The pressure is real. I'm telling you. Even other men. One time, Abuja Airport, coming from, I think I went to drop a friend, and then we were driving out, and then there were now people by the road. Even me and my friend would not pick guys on the road. Do you get?
Now man, they do man.
Yeah. So I'm telling you that even men, we are culprits. We are
like picked girls on the road.
I do. Not for the reason that you're winking. It's not for that reason. Other reason. I pick people, I don't even collect their numbers or anything like that. So don't even think that is. I don't have agenda.
I think women just appear more vulnerable, so you just want to help them.
I just feel like, exactly. And I just feel like a man will sort himself out. Yeah. But really, if you don't help a man, how will he sort himself out? If you don't give an helping hand, how will he sort it? And this goes out there. Men, you have to be helping men, no. You have to be helping men. Forget NGO propaganda. Yeah, I'm telling you, forget NGO propaganda when they say empower a woman. I'm not saying don't empower.
Yes, empower a woman.
Look,
equity.
I am not saying don't empower a woman. Do you know? But let me tell you, facts. If you want to lift an household out of poverty, it is the man inside, it is the man there that you empower. Because instinctively, when a man makes money, he just want to better his family members.
But if you want to lift the nation, it's the woman. Educate the girl child. But no, it's true.
Okay. You know, sometimes sometimes you just say something and you just leave it there. You know, your Bible will say, "Aboro non suffer moluabi." Toba denu ma di odidi. What is not for advice? Sometimes you just say one small thing. You just keep quiet there. You don't say more than that. So that's one of those places.
Fine.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, I think I agree with you. Men are going through a lot. Men are going through a lot. But stop beating women. You are going through a lot. Stop beating women.
I'm saying that men should learn that they are going through a lot and learn how to handle it. That men should seek help so that they don't become beasts because of what they are going through. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not saying men are going through a lot so they are going to beat their wives. That's not what I said. Because this one, I don't even want you to misquote me here, anywhere. There is no, I don't want the risk of you misquoting me here at all. I am saying that when women go through a lot, they also suffocate their children now. There are stories of women going through a lot and then kill their children.
Well, I think in those cases, it's mostly mental illness.
So what do you think it is when a woman goes through pressure and breaks? It's not mental?
As in the man?
I mean, it's the man. It's mental. You see what you just did there? So when it's a woman, it's mental. When it's a man, he's misbehaving. So you see that even you cannot appreciate what it means when pressure breaks a man. How do you think a man breaks? Do you think a man breaks by crying? Do you think that's how a man breaks? A man breaks by misbehaving, by hurting the very thing that he's set out to protect. That's how a man breaks. Yeah, I'm telling you. How many men have you seen that the way he broke is he was just crying? You now saw him outside. His eyes are now red. I say, oh wow. Is that what you see? No. What you see is that he now starts to drink, and he now starts to get very irritable. And he now starts to lash out with violence. That's a man, that's a broken man. If you don't know what a broken man is, that's a broken man. And so I'm saying that men, you have to help men because men are being broken on a daily. And let me tell you, this is the world system. The world system seeks to break men because when a man is broken, the chances are that every other thing else will be broken. The wife who is battered and children who have abusive fathers and abused mothers.
It may even perpetuate the cycle in their own lives when the kids grow
and
up.
It does. So those are the issues. So please don't misquote me. Otherwise we'll fight. Let's
fight.
I know. You like us fighting, but this is very sensitive. Yeah, this is very sensitive.
It's a sensitive topic. I think violence on both sides, though we have to admit that in most cases it is violence against women from men. Don't bring up your lesbian relationships. But yeah, though I will agree with you that in some cases, women may be perpetrators of violence. Not even most commonly intimate partner violence, but I mean, we get to see stories now, every now and then, where probably a woman so brutalized the housemaid that maybe she has one eye, or like, as in, I read some really crazy things and I say, how were you capable of this?
See,
especially as a mother.
Let me tell you this one. You can look at your mom. I mean that your mom is a nice person.
My mom is a sweetheart.
Yeah. All of those women. All of those men. Oh, Cinderella story. The wicked stepmother was not maltreating her own daughters
children,
now.
Of course.
Exactly. So that person that you think is nice may just be wicked to other people outside.
My mom is nice to everybody's child. I don't know.
That's what everybody says.
No, for real. But go on.
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that. Have you ever seen somebody that says, "My mom is wicked outside though, but she's nice to us"? Have you ever seen anybody who says that? No. Everyone says, "Oh, my mom." Some people say, "Mommy." Everybody outside you think that she's nice, so it's really inside that you think that. That's why even what's we have in place. The people come say, "My mom is strict." You don't know my mommy. They say, "My mom is very nice." You say, "You don't know my mom. My mom is very strict." If you see how she treats us in the house, that's what you even hear. People will say, "My mom is wicked outside though, but inside." So I'm saying that people are wicked, women. You see, and I think that the problem is that we don't pay attention to these things, either from the self point of view. You don't look at yourself and say, I'm a horrible human being. Oh yeah. No, I think you should say that. So you look at somebody is making a enemy in life, and you are jealous, and you are wishing that good thing does not come for them. Does not tell you that maybe you are a witch. Yeah. No. So you don't stop and say,
heart of man is desperately wicked.
Yeah. So not come to you like, it's like I have witchcraft, small witchcraft inside me. Because why am I unhappy that my friend is doing well? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe if you start to pay attention from that angle, you have to say, I need to be careful with myself. I need to know that I'm capable of wickedness. Yeah, because that's admin staff in university that is sending you back is somebody's mother now. Yeah, no. I'm robber. Is somebody's father.
CDS officer. Somebody's
mother.
These are the
issues. These are the issues. So how do you then think somebody is in the office? She's paid for that job. She's still perpetrating wickedness on that job. You who is coming to be rendered that service, you don't owe her anything. Yes, she's still doing that to you. What do you think happens when you now give a woman, maybe a stepson, or you give a woman maybe an underage house help? And I don't even like that thing. Why do you want
so nasty. A child taking care of other children. Why
do you do that?
It doesn't make sense.
I think that people should be arrested if they catch you. Yeah. I agree. I think that people should be arrested. I think that the man should be arrested because men used to just say, "Let me just leave her because I don't want her trouble. She's the one
She's in charge of the house."
Yeah. I think they should first arrest the man. They'll come to the woman. No,
I'll be sure you say you're the head of the house.
Yeah. So that you know that if somebody comes inside a house that bears your surname, you must make sure that that person's life is protected. And you do that by making sure that you are the proper man of the house, not by saying, I don't used to handle that one, no. And then you don't ask questions. And then those people will now maltreat those children. I think that even if you say it's a relative, you say, if she's underage, adopt her. Or present yourself for welfare visits regularly. So that welfare people from your state or from your Ministry of Women or Women Affairs can come and say, there's one girl from the village in your house. We want to interview her to make sure that she's getting education and that you're not maltreating her. And then you're not putting hot iron inside her private parts. Pepe. Gosh. So, these are the issues. So, I think that men, now you're not disagreeing now because it's men. You say you're seeing yourself. I think that men have to be open to these things more. I think tell your wife, you want help, employ an adult.
Yes.
At least if you slap the adult, maybe the adult can slap you back. Maybe you get sense. Oh yeah, employ an adult. At least let it be employment. Let it not be what's the meaning of house help? What's the meaning of I brought her from village? What's the meaning of the man who can bring her for me from Togo? What's all this rubbish?
They imported her.
You get? And then you not be talking about Libya, that they are doing slavery in Libya, and then you too you'll be tweeting it. You are doing it in your house. And I say Arabs are terrible. These Arabs are terrible. African house made in Arab, they are treated well. Even you. And and this goes, I don't even know how to bring this together because it's just too much everywhere. And there are enablers for these things. Sometimes it's culture. Sometimes it's religion. You say, my religion allows me to beat my wife. If you say that your religion allows you to beat your wife, no problem. Shall know that the law also allows you to be jailed.
Yes.
So at least balance it in your head. And then you are as the woman. If you are marrying from religion where the man can say, my religion says I can beat you, ask him, yes, your religion said that you should beat me, but please, what are the offenses that you are going to beat me for? Let's write it out. Oh yeah, because look, you can't push religion. You can't push religion back. You can't say it's no longer a religion. No, you can't. You can't just do that. So you can say, sit down. You say, so there's a possibility that you beat me, Abi. Good. But since your head is correct, you're not, maybe you now, my husband I want to marry. I know you now. Hey, kind of person now. But you don't say that you can beat me. Please write out the things I can do. That if I do it, you beat me. Then write out how many times I will do it. Don't need to beat me as a first time offender. I'm saying, no, so I may sound dramatic, but I'm saying that these are conversations that you should have. So that maybe he now gives you his word and say, no, I can't beat my wife for. Then you hold him to it. And then if you can now say, this is my limit, oh, please, if you have issues, I don't like somebody abusing my mother. And
Valid.
Then, I'm just saying, look, we all have to be responsible. We have to be responsible. So one time, my pastor, when I was in the church in Ibadan, and Reverend Sheyi Faloji, he was saying that this man was beating his wife. And she now reported in the church. The church now castigated the man and say, hey, you did this. You know how you can be like, hey, you are ashamed. You are this, you say you are this and 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 this. And they now got home. A day after, they now started having issues again. The woman now went about saying, you're so useless. You're so useless. You see, everyone now knows that you're a man beater. You're a woman beater. And this and that and that. And then he stood up, left the living room, went to the room. She followed him. Real life story. Followed him. And then left the bedroom, came to the dining. Followed him. Left the dining, went to the kitchen. Followed him. Anyway, long story short, he beat. Now, I'm not justifying that.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, but you already know that your husband is a man beater. Woman beater. And then now you are provoking him. What exactly do you think a woman beater would do? Beat a woman. So, if you don't have the sense to remove yourself from that arm's way, let me tell you, I used to say things like this. You know, my dad, real life story. My dad said one time there was this particular riot going on years ago, and then his own brothers were lawyers, successful lawyers, and things like that. And then, he said he just jumped into his Volkswagen as a medical student, and he was driving, and then a police at the checkpoint, and then they stopped him, and then they were rude to him, and then he was like, "Are you stupid?" and things like that, and then he lambasted them, and then he got home, and he told his brother, proud of himself, to say, this police officer they were being steely, I lambasted them. He said, he told me, that's my dad, told me that the brother said, very good, very, very good. Oh, wow, that's so sensible. Because you are right. Because if that stupid policeman that you are telling us about had killed you, we will jail him, but you'll be dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the point is, do you want to be right or do you want to be alive?
I think that's such a solid and very important question. So, and perfect last words actually. But I think you've heard it all. We've talked so much about violence on both ends of the spectrum, but we all know violence against women is like it's not even a thing of pride. It just is.
Please
what
speak
it
for
is.
the children
It's
too.
just,
Please speak for the children too.
The children.
Please,
Save the children.
Please,
Save the children. But if you're a woman, if you're a person and you're watching this and you're being abused, please, there are resources available to help you. Just look at the screen below for each of them. You are not alone. You have a voice. And I really hope we can help you use it. Until next time, we go off script with Dr. Ayo. This has been Martha, and
thank you, Martha. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ayo. Bye.
Bye.